我粉孙气，我粉孙气。但是我这边记录有1个多小时的记录，所以我不知道到底发生什么事。昨天晚上好，艾文晚上好，医生晚上好。所以我不知道到时候我直播档会有什么问题，因为我现在这边显示，算了，不管它，到时候有出事再说吧。呵呵。呵呵，有没有看到后台？那这样刚好，因为我刚才不小心把那个我们的行程表开出来了，因为我在整理那个去日本游玩的东西。好啦，气死我了，气死我了。
No time, no day. You and I, we used each other's shoulders. Still so young, but somehow so much older. How can I go home and not get blown away?
其实我有时候自己都觉得澳洲的歌真的很怪。我现在在查那个我们接下来要去的所有地点的门票，然后我就跟我朋友说，你知道名古屋城有跟那个德川园的联合票，然后而且重点是德川园旁边有德川美术馆，然后我们2个又要改行程了。我们有1半的钱，我们大概有1/10的钱花在了我们的门票费上。我已经在想，我到时候要买哪些东西回来抽奖给你们。 我应该各个景点都买一两个，各个景点买一两个，这样。然后到时候抽到的，就是照顺序抽到的，先抽到的先选。
Monday morning feels so bad. Everybody seems to nag me. Coming Tuesday, I feel better. Even my old man.
哦，我想要买，我想买那个玉成印。
Thursday goes too slow, and I've got Friday on my mind. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She is out of sight to me. Tonight, I spend my bed, and I lose my head. I've got to get tonight. Monday I'll have Friday on my mind. Do the 5-day grind once more. I know of nothing else that bugs me more than working for the rich man. Hey, I'll change that scene one day. Today I might be mad, tomorrow I'll be glad, 'cause I have Friday on my mind. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. She looks fine tonight. She is out of sight to me. Tonight, I'll spend my bread, and I lose my head. I've got to get tonight. Monday I'll have Friday on my mind. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty. I'm gonna have fun in the city. Be with my girl, she's so pretty.
我要先去买那个玉珠杖。我到时候想要去乐田那边收集那个玉珠印。哈哈哈哈哈！阿露晚上好，我现在正在偷看去日本的资料。没有艾滋吗？没有艾滋吗？没有吗？真没有好吧，算了，我到时候再仔细看一
We
下。
will fly way up high.
因为我现在主要是在找，我们到时候要花多少门票费，要花多少。
In the sun, laughing and having fun with all the people that she knows. And if this situation should keep us separated, you know the world won't fall apart. You will free the beautiful birds that's caught inside your heart. Can't you hear her? Oh, she cries so loud, cast her wild note over water and cloud. That's the way it's gonna be, little darling. You'll go right in of the world. In one bird's lonely cry, see them trying every way they know how to make their spirit fly. Can't you see him? He's down on the ground as the broken wings.
然后之后有人想要去名古屋玩的话，可以跟我要一下这些资料。没有了。哦，我真的好喜欢这个，那个澳洲原住民的传统乐器。
There once was a wrong that thought it was right, and there once was a truth thought it could lie. Then they saw they were nothing new at all. After a storm, along came a landslide. Would a climb, would a swim, time to decide. If I had to choose, I know what I'd do. You wanted me to be a mountain, I'd rather be a river. Water flow can wash out you away. You wanted me to fly, I wanna get high. Well, some not gonna see what I want to see. I said I am for now, you are forever. And behind rust is buried treasure. Is it gold? Is it something you can hold? Sing it, boys. Oh, we'll come and go. Come and go. Oh, we'll come and go. Just like a river flows, I always knew what I had to do. Sing it with me, come on. You wanted me to be a mountain, I'd rather be a river.
他跟我讲说，建议你们买套票，然后他不给我链接在哪里买。
Check out your hearts and let me see them in the air. Come on, everybody. Ladies and gentlemen, from our in the country, carnage and darkness.
Inflicted wrongs in the puff of rights. Buried true between the lies and between the lines. Nothing new and nothing changed, yo, it's in plain sight. I struggle and fight to confine from my divine. Trying to decline my lines of rhymes to shine. Will I fail or rise? It's my time. Decide if I can fly. Gotta keep running and running, but watch out for the crack. From the city hustle bustle to the caterpillar tracks.
Oh, this blood rushing through my veins, voice of my people. Our culture, we are here to stay. Climb any mountain, be the best that you can. No going back and make the right choice. What it takes to make it out on top. Most important thing in life, hold your head up high. It gets better in time. Another path you gotta find. My eyes leading the blind. I like a scene before in my mind, like a flash flood when they come when people speak.
What else am I gonna see if I don't believe? Give me your right hand, Australia, come on.
明志村这样就要2000块日币，好可怕、但我们还在考虑要不要去，因为明志村超麻烦，我们要来回那边超级麻烦。我刚才就是看到这一首，听到这首，然后我就发现不太对劲，然后我赶快去检查一下。Good， 被搞、哦。
love you, Australia.
怎么突然开始歌剧啊？我实在是没想到还有歌剧表演。
look so beautiful tonight. Lift those lights up. Wave them
小组
around.
晚上好，很专心在看人家演唱。
Kids out driving Saturday afternoon. Pass me by. And I'm just savoring familiar sights.
不是哎，我要跟我朋友讲一下。
Time to book a room and stay tonight. Number one is to find some friends to say you're doing well. And after all this time, you boys look just the same. Number two is the happy hour at one of two hotels.
哎呀，去明治太麻烦了吧？明治村，我刚才在查去明治村，我们光要回饭店，如果要这样的话，我们要先走32分钟到公车站，然后再搭搭10几分钟的公车，然后再走14分钟到搭车地点。打妹，这个会出事呢。
It takes more than just a memory to make me cry. And I'm happy just to sit here around a table with old friends and see which one of us can tell the biggest lies. Oh, and there's a girl, she's falling in love near where the pianola stands. With the young local factory at a worker, just holding hands. And I'm wondering if you'll go or if you'll stay. Do you remember nothing stopped us on the field? And now we would aguru para guga para. Ia nara maka duga kaima.
然后这边还好。
Kamil bane ia rabi kanuare.
应该是到时候我们要在里面走来走去。因为想想应该可以。好累哦。
For the flame trees line the winter's drive. And there's nothing else could set fire to this town. There's no change, there's no place. Everything within this place just makes it harder to believe that he won't be around.
好， 啊，这样应该有声音了。
For those who can, please stand for the national anthem.
我刚设定跳掉了。我是说那个，因为电脑剩没多少电量，我的笔电没办法撑太久，所以可能等一下看完烟火秀，我就要先关台了。因为他刚刚整个跳电的时候，我整个设定跳掉。这是澳洲的国歌。对啊，好烦哦，多灾多难呢。我希望他撑得了，撑完到那个烟火秀。有，他现在是烟火秀，可以。哦，好吧。因为我现在离电脑有点远。没有啦，现在是我电脑的那个，好了。好了，电又回来了。好，看来我不用，现在在唱澳洲国歌。我正要发文说多灾多难。总觉得今年很平淡。还是因为我没有办法在当天看，所以我觉得还好。或者要就是当天看才会有感觉，现在补档就觉得还好。 好啦，今年的澳洲表演就这样，实在是很平淡哦哎。哎，对啊，这不是原播啊，这是他们就是结束之后，然后就是剪辑过后放片段上来，不然原播的话应该是整场上来。就是整场都在表演，就是可能时长会大概半个小时以上吧，而且应该有剪掉一些片段，看起来应该有剪掉一些片段。这边看的话，还有一部是无法播放的。那看来我明年也不用搞同步视听，因为明年应该也不会有办法同步视听。这边有个2022，来看一下前年的是怎样。前年2个小时哎，我的天哪！这要看谁的基因比较强大吧，因为我有认识的，就是生出来有像亚洲人的，也有像那个，哦不对，今年的也是2个小时，他今年只有剪一些片段出来。我看一下这个频道会不会有其他的。我真的好喜欢那个澳洲原住民这个乐器的声音，音色超好听。哦，没有，澳洲的通常大概2个小时左右，因为他们这个是澳洲国庆的表演，所以它跟就是他们会跟很多国家一样，一整天都有庆祝活动，然后在每个地方都会有不同的庆祝活动，像有些地方会有类似园游会，然后会有一些快闪乐园之类的，所以不可能说整天的，它就是，然后早上就是有一个时段会有升旗典礼，会有颁奖典礼，然后就是让大家可以就是都参与到。继续看一下这个吧。 也不能说难啊，是因为他们会简称，就是他们有些字会连在一起念，所以它会变成听起来很黏，有些很难听得懂。今天我们家工读生才问过我这个问题啊，我就说其实不是到很难，澳洲腔其实就是非常黏到一个不可思议。就比如说 mate， 他们的 mate 是 mate， 他们是 mate， 然后不然就是像 McDonald， 他们会说，比如说 do you want to have some McDonald's？ 他们说 do you want to have some Mackies？ I'm going to Mackies. Do you want some？ 比如说刚刚 endless， 它的 endless， 就是它很多发音会粘在一起。接下来算餐费了。
Dreamtime dawning.
My mother country, the land, my spirit.
I am the spirit of the land.
The caring, the sharing.
Cleansing
of country.
Fire, Earth's rebirth.
Ancient wisdom of tribal law.
We cared for the creatures of the land.
They took care of us.
Where sacred waters shall ever flow, cleansing mind, body, spirit, and soul.
On gentle winds, the trees stand sentinel.
Hark to the bush birds singing, awakening the world.
算，直接手工算，快快。
I am Bidgerer. I am Australian.
I am Yorta Yorta. I am Australian.
I am Radrick. I am Australian.
I am Anang. I am Australian.
I am a
没事，因为我直接开口
Yoruba.
说
I
我。
am Australian.
I am Gamilaroi. I am
我的
Australian.
倒是被说很像英式，一点都不像澳洲人。
Wongal, Mari, Bajari, Eora, Murder. Welcome to Eora.
Standing on the shore one day, water all the white sails in the sun. Wasn't long before you felt that sting. White man, white law, white gun. Tell me that it's justified. That somewhere, someone lied. Captain Cook lied. Burns genocide. We're trying to get stronger now, stronger now. Let's get it together in this country. The terror now is there, it spread like a cancer. Eddie Marble brought the truth, he brought the law, he brought the answer. Go back to the center, deep into the heart of truth. Treaty, and then we all be standing on the Yargiba, the Yana, Yarabi, Darama, Darami, Uradami, Uramore, Yargiba, the Yana, Yarabi, Darama, Darami, Uradami, Uramore, Pulikomaka, Narani, Mantamil Pakato, Yatukuraka, Narani, Mapakama, Kuchaparani, Wapaparingani, solid rock, standing on sacred ground, leaving on borrowed time, wind to change, keep going down. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please welcome Delta Goodrum, Casey Donovan, and John Foreman.
我这样算起来，我们光车票跟门票就要花12000日币，就要花到12000、13000日币。
And right around Australia, good evening and
我
welcome
没
to
算吃
Australia Day Live 2022. We certainly are standing on solid rock right here at the Sydney Opera House.
我是不会抓到那么准确，但是我想说先抓一下大概就是
All us Aussies know and love, which was first known to its traditional custodians, the Gadigal
就
people,
是把
as
主要要
Tabaga.
确定要吃的东西抓
Yes,
一
and
下。
much like Uluru, this site here has been a place for ceremony, gathering and celebration. It's where Aboriginal people have sung, danced and told stories for many, many generations. And I know we are all deeply honoured to be here tonight on this sacred ground.
That's right, Delta, and we hope to continue in that same tradition this Australia
这
Day,
样算起来，
taking the opportunity to reflect, respect,
对啊，我
and
车票已经算
celebrate
了，我车票都已经
our
算
country's
了，
long, rich history and
车
our
票
strong
跟
sense
那
of community
个
which
门
binds
票
us
费我
all
刚刚都
together.
算完了。
That's right.
就大
Casey,
概
we'll be
抓
doing
完
so
了。
all evening tonight, showcasing this wonderful country of ours and its wonderful people, one of whom I'd like to introduce to you now. It's a big
澳洲也
welcome
没
to the
啥好
very
吃的，
wonderful
说实
Mr.
话。
Jeremy Fernandez.
John, thank you, Delta. Casey, great to be with you here tonight, celebrating with everybody right around the country. And what a way to kick things off with our huge
那我们光
opening
车票
sequence showcasing
就
the
是
solid rock
那
that
个我们
Goanna's
去日本玩
frontman
的车
Shane
票
Howard
跟
sings about, the sacred Uluru
交通费啊，交通
in
费
the
用
Northern
跟那
Territory.
个
An
门票就要
amazing
14000
rendition of the
日
song
币。
by Emma Donovan and
然后
Shane
我只打
himself,
算
as
换，
well
我
as
只
the
打算换
incredible
10
soundscape
万
composed
日
and
币。
played by William Barton with the magnificent Kari and the Iwiri Choir from
然后减掉
Adelaide. We
14000
saw some amazing imagery created
我还
by
剩
the
86000
brilliant
吃饭，
Indigenous digital
加
artist Rhett Levy, transporting
还
us
有要
back
买
in time
伴
to
手
see
礼给
what
大
the
家
harbour
之
and
类
the
的阿里
rock
不杂
would
的
have
事情
looked，like
应该够用
hundreds of
吧
years ago.
应
A
该
huge
够用吧
congratulations and thanks as well to the elders and
澳洲
dancers
牛排
at
还
Uluru
好，澳洲牛
continuing
肉很
that
均一啊。
tradition today. Also, a very
你
warm
要
thanks
吃要
to
吃澳洲
Auntie
袋鼠肉
Delnay Barton in
虽
Brisbane
然我
for
这样讲不太
reciting
好
her。powerful poem about Dreamtime in country, and Yvonne Weldon too, who also welcomed us to country tonight. Thank you so much. We're all set for a
我
bumper
明天
night
再
of
来用餐
celebrations.
费好了，我现在
We
好累啊。
can't wait. John, back to you.
Thank you, Jeremy. You're looking
我现在不想，我
particularly
现在不想管餐
resplendent
费
tonight. What is，
因为我
that?
还要看我们
Velvet?
吃哪
It
些
is
餐厅，我
velvet.
就好
We're
累
having
了。
a velvet off right here.
Yes.
This is what, this is about.
I love it when the ABC let you out from behind the news desk. You're wearing the fanciest outfit. You look fantastic. I think. Do you sing at all, Jeremy Fernandez?
A little bit. The last time I tried to sing, I wasn't sure whether the microphone got turned off on me. So what do you reckon tonight? We'll leave it on?
I think we should have you singing at some point in the show. Whether the mic's on or off is up to our
You're
audio
on.
department. But we look forward to seeing you, Jeremy Fernandez. Everybody, we'll catch up with you again soon. Well, without any further ado, let's get into it. We have some amazing artists coming up. So welcome one and all. This is Australia Day Live 2022.
Elise Simmons, Amber Lawrence, Andrew Farris, Casey Donovan, Delta Goodrum, Chakapura Munyaru, East Sail Yachts, Haley Jensen, Howard & Sons Pyrotechnics, H2O Jet Skis and Flyboards, Isaiah Firebrace, Jeremy Fernandez, John Foreman, John Stevens, Josh Pitterman, Kari, Kirsty Lee Akers, Kumari Aboriginal Dancers, Mark Vincent, the Aussie Pops Orchestra, Shane Howard, Vox, Sydney Philharmonia Choirs, William Barton, and the recently crowned Australian of the Year. Live from Sydney Opera House, this is Australia Day 2022. Now please welcome multi-platinum selling artist, Delta Goodrum.
好，接下去晚上好。还好啦，澳洲也要车票钱啊，搭公车也是要车票啊。你可以，我现在已经在想到时候要买哪些地方的特产回来给大家抽奖了。粉丝抽奖是一定会办的啦。应该就是各个景点的买1-2个，这样。
That's right, they had it all worked out. You were young and dumb and you could never do wrong. That's right, they were so surprised. Open your eyes up. Open your eyes up. You don't want anyone. You don't want anyone. Don't tell me this is paradise.
定，而且因为像我不会开车，所以我也没有车。去名古屋6天5夜，我们的车票跟门票费大概都在1万日元左右。应该还可以吧，应该差不多，8万剩8万是自由使用。但是我现在不知道我们吃饭的餐厅金额会在哪里，有点尴尬，我要看一下。
Delta Goodrum, everybody! Iconic song, iconic location, a magnificent vocal, and ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't read it in the news today, our very good friend Delta Goodrum, her name is ever so slightly longer now, she has some post-nominals, awarded an honour today in the Australia Day Honours. Delta Goodrum AM, we are so proud of you. Congratulations, absolutely wonderful.
Thank you so much, John.
All of your work, obviously as a performing artist, and all your philanthropy and your foundation.
Yes.
We're so grateful to have you here tonight. And would you please keep the applause going for the magnificent musicians of the Aussie Pops Orchestra?
What a way to get the show underway, but we're only just getting started. And we're all in for a great treat tonight. Keep an eye out over the quay for the mesmerising scenes on the water and overhead. We've got yachts, tugboats, jet skis, flyboards, pyrotechnics and parachuters. It is all certainly happening.
That is extremely exciting, Casey. And to accompany the magic happening over at the quay, we've also got a huge lineup of Australian talent joining us. Casey and myself performing this evening. We've got Mark Vincent, Josh Pitterman, more from the amazing William Barton, Country Voices, Amber Lawrence, Kirsty Lee Akers, Elise Simmons, and Hayley Jensen. Plus, I'm not finished, Aussie rock royalty John Stevens. Yes, founding member of INXS, the legendary Andrew Farris, here on this very stage.
Wow, that's an incredible lineup. I'm the only person here that I've never heard of. We'll also be joined by the magnificent singers from Kari, the Kumari Dancers, the beautiful voices of the Vox Choir. They're helping us celebrate tonight. Now, they're taking social distancing to an extreme. They're way over the other side of the Sydney Opera House with a fantastic backdrop there of the Harbour Bridge over on the Northern Boardwalk. As well, we'll be hearing inspiring stories from inspiring community heroes from far and wide across the country. But for now, it's back to Jeremy Fernandez.
Thanks, John. Now, in our opener, we saw the very talented Isaiah Firebrace. He's based for one of the most beautiful locations in the country. He's travelled along the Great Ocean Road in Victoria. Isaiah, it's a pretty magical spot, isn't it?
Absolutely. This is just such an amazing part of the world. I'm at the 12 Apostles and I'm so excited to be singing 3 Aussie classics. I'm singing Down Under, Japana, and It's a Long Way to the Top. It's going to be really fun.
Well, we can't wait, Isaiah. Thank you so much for being with us here tonight. We'll be crossing back to the 12 Apostles to see Isaiah perform shortly, but time now for some more music right here. The Sydney Opera House stage is just getting warmed up, and so is the water show behind us at the quay. Keep an eye out for the incredible 3-times world champion wakeboarder Zara Kell. And to keep the party spirit going with a thirsty Merc classic, it's the fabulous Casey Donovan.
Oh. 我没办法，我那时候学车的时候被教练骂说是笨蛋，我真的没办法，我会开歪。我记得这好像是澳洲海边救生员的配色，制服是不是这样？我有点忘记。 对啊，就是澳洲在沙滩上还是会配置一些救生员，因为有时候会有，应该说还蛮常遇到会有鲨鱼之类的，或是有人会被水母蛰到。
Sometime in June, I'll say, take me back to the sweet time, the hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime, baby, in the summertime. And even if I have to wait till next year, I don't care. All I know is that I need you there in the summertime. Oh, baby, in the summertime, take me back to the sweet time, the hot nights. Everything is gonna be alright in the summertime. Oh, baby, in the summertime. If I have to wait till next year, I don't care. All I know is that I need you there in the summertime. Oh, baby, in the summertime. Oh, baby, in the summertime. In the summertime, that is where I'll be. Hey!
Casey Donovan!
Thank you so much.
Casey, come this way. That was
Sure.
absolutely fantastic, wasn't it, ladies and gentlemen? Let's hear it once again for Casey Donovan.
Thank you so much. I was trying to stay between the flags because it's the rules.
Oh, that's the rules.
Yeah.
Did you manage to do that, to stay between the moving flags?
I sure did, and I thought there was going to be a very loud whistle or a megaphone coming. Okay, twin flags.
Well, you did very well. You know, everybody loves you, Casey. I've never heard anybody say
thank
a
you.
bad word about you. Whenever I say I'm doing a gig with Casey Donovan, everybody says, oh, I love her. So
thank you, John.
it was great to see you tonight. And if you would like to come to Sydney and be part of this amazing event next year, you can do so, or you can at least try to, by being part of the competition. Go to www.australiaday.com.au and enter the competition for your chance to be right here in Sydney, in amongst it all next year. It's such a great event, and hearing that fantastic Thirsty Merc song really makes me think of Bondi Beach.
It
don't
sure
you think?
does, doesn't it? It really, really does. There's nothing more Aussie than summer at the beach, although helping out the community and having fun along the way sure is too.
My name is Remay Gilbert and I am 8 and I am in 2nd grade in Penguin District School. And these are my 3 animals. I have one more, a cat. My rats passed away a few months ago.
很少，其实现在很少沙滩，真的很漂亮，真的要么就要到国外去。
White fur. I thought that I had a lot of love left in my heart for other animals, so I thought that instead of getting more animals, we could just go to people's houses and look after their animals, so that's how I started my business. My business is called Remay's Pet Minding Business, and we are very busy a lot. So we had to look after a lot of ducks to collect their eggs. Some of the ducks had very funny names. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie， 因为它是鸭子，所以叫 Jolie。
my favourite animal that I ever mined was Billy. He's just so snuggly and he's the only animal that has ever been able to come to our house and actually like calm down. Billy likes to go past the big penguin, run across the beach. Yeah, he's so much fun. I think people should respect animals because they are like humans. You have to respect humans with kindness. And animals have thoughts and feelings like us as well. So you have to respect animals for them to have a happy life and a happy family and a happy home.
We hope you're enjoying Australia Day Live. Of course, tonight's show is produced by the incredible events department at the Department of Premier and Cabinet for the New South Wales Government. And I'm here with New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet. Welcome to you.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for being with us. Your first Australia Day as Premier. Right. What does this day mean to you?
I think it's a day that we celebrate everything that's great about Australia and reflecting on our three great cultures and the threads of Australia. Our First Nations culture, the enduring legacy there, our British heritage, but importantly our incredible migrant heritage. And one of the great things as Premier for Australia Day is all those citizenship ceremonies right across the country and the pride that so many people have in calling Australia home and swearing allegiance to our nation fills me with pride as well.
Well, you'll see we've got a few of those highlights from the citizenship ceremonies coming up later tonight. Of course, you go anywhere on Earth and on their National Day they'll say, our country's the greatest country on Earth, and I know everybody's feeling that today, but from your perspective, what do you think makes Australia successful?
I think our values and our people.
那个真的是有点脏哎。
Mateship, optimism, hard work, but particularly in Australia, I think the spirit of service, the volunteerism. We have one of the highest volunteerism rates anywhere in the world. And that's what's got us through this pandemic so far. And I look at, you know, those natural disasters we have, whether it's floods and fires, and you constantly see Australians looking after each other, not just looking out for themselves. And I think that's what sets Australia apart.
Yeah, you mentioned pandemic, floods, fire, and we're trying to be optimistic and hopeful tonight, but we're doing that, I guess, under the backdrop or against the backdrop of a country where a lot of people are doing it really tough right now. As the Premier of our most populous state, what's your message to people watching around Australia tonight?
Well, I know it's been a really difficult 2 years for everyone across Australia, but continuing those values and working together will get through. And I think today, whilst we celebrate those values, it's also an opportunity to reflect on our obligation to keep practicing them and importantly pass them on to our kids and their kids so we can set up that great success of our country for generations to come.
Premier, thanks for your time tonight.
Thanks, John.
Jeremy, over to you.
Thank you so much, John and Premier. The stage is well and truly set for a huge night of celebrations still ahead of us here at the Opera House. We'll be meeting many more inspiring Australians from across the nation, and some of the country's finest entertainers will be joining us as we celebrate our great people and our great home.
Still to come, Isaiah Firebrace, John Stevens, and Andrew Farris. A true blue tribute to some of our remarkable Aussie heroes. There's Josh Pitterman and Mark Vincent's Nessun Dorma. We catch up with many awe-inspiring Australians.
You cannot be what you cannot see.
There's more amazing maritime maneuvers on the harbour. Plus extra performances from Delta Goodrum, Shane Howard, and Casey Donovan. All culminating, of course, in the 2022 Australia Day Fireworks Spectacular.
Now, we Australians certainly are a resilient lot, and it's been a difficult time for many of us right around the country. But this period of time has taught us more than ever that we can turn to each other for
也不能算蛮就是也不能说是非常干净，但是因为他们有些沙滩是已经算是观光景点的，所以他们会定期做清洁，所以不会到太脏。Brisbane, what's coming up with Brisbane? Oh, 越野车。
I've always ridden when I was younger, but when I moved to Brisbane, I couldn't ride anymore because there was no land to ride on. And people told me too that it would just be too risky to do again. It made me feel a bit sad because it's a thing that I really love to do. Once you've ridden on the front of the bike, you understand what it feels like. And I wanted to get that feeling back.
感染什么的。
So I found a YouTube clip of Ben Felton, who was a blind person who broke the land speed record on his motorcycle, and I thought, wow, well,
他是个瞎子，他看不
get
到。
back into riding, then so can I. One of my housemates had his number from blind cricket, and I spoke to him, and he told me how he did it. He used UHF radios connected to headphones, and he had a person following him on another bike navigating him. He said, you know, don't listen to the people who said no. If you can ride, you can get back out there again. And I'm the first blind person in Queensland to receive a Motorcycle Australia license.
Pretty good line. Lean right a little bit, straight ahead.
好屌哦。
Helen found out that I was riding, and she told me she used to ride years ago, and it would be fun to do it again. And I said, well, Helen, just do it again.
When I first got back on the bike, it felt very exciting, and as soon as I revved, it was such freedom. I knew I was going to fly around the track.
I know there's more people who are blind or vision impaired, who have other disabilities that are interested, and they probably just haven't worked out a way to do it yet. So I want this to get out there and they can realise that they can do it, because we want to make it a proper motorcycling club like other clubs and just get more people involved, whether that's riders, navigators, go from there, you know, the sky's the limit, really.
原来如此。
From the 12 apostles in Victoria, please welcome Isaiah Firebrace.
真的，而且很厉害，敢去尝试这种事情，他是看不到哎，等于是他在全黑的环境骑车。
Can't you hear that thunder? You better run, you better take cover. Yeah. Better run, better run. Traveling in a fried out combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous, but she took me in and gave me breakfast. She said, do you come from a land down under, where women glow and men plunder? Can't you hear that thunder? Better run, better take cover. Better run, better run, better run. Buying bread from a man in Brussels, 'cause he was 6'4" and full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language? Oh yeah. He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. I said, do you come from a land down under?
没有，我不敢，我很胆小，我不敢尝试这些东西。
Can't you hear that thunder? Better run, you better take cover. You better run, better run, better run. You better run, better run. Lying in a trench in Bombay, with a slack jaw and not much to say. I said to the man, are you trying to tempt me? 'Cause I come from a land of plenty. And I said, you come from a land down under, where we glow and plunder. Can't you hear that thunder? You better run, you better
我干妈印了，就是她跟我要档案，然后说她帮我印看看那个效果会如何。然后呢，我就请，然后所以她刚印，就是她印出来之后，她传给我们看，然后我问她说：“那你这样可以借我当示意图吗？”她说：“你等我裁一下那个图。”然后她裁完之后，我们一个人就是啊，这不就原图吗？这不就我放上去的图吗？一点都不示意，超好笑的。我在等她重拍给我，然后晚一点明天应该可以放上示意图。虽然它只是一个就是让你们大概理解说印出来会是什么样的状况。然后因为跟那个食品还是会有差异，因为我有在做调整，然后那个到时候印出来的材质也不一样，所以差异一定有。但是想说让你们看一下，大概知道说我所谓的仿烫金效果大概会是什么样的概念，这样，就它实际印出来大概这样。但等我干妈拍给我。就是那个1周年周边啊，我不是有一个亚克力明信片，然后上面有写说它是仿烫金效果。因为干妈有跟我拿档案，然后她有印成那个，她用那个啦，照片就是我们一般自己印照片的那个机器印的。然后我问她说，那可不可以借我当那个示意图，就是示意一下说，哎，大概出来是这个效果。
Gives me passion and more energy. I feel overjoyed.
不然真烫金太贵，真烫金那一块可能就要到。那一块可能我就要卖200多块。对，如果我真的请人烫金的话。可能那一片亚克力明信片就要到200多块。
Thank you for coming here and visiting my home sweet home, Island Galawitko. Thank you.
然后套组可能要，
Now on this day,
然后套组可能就要卖到800块，更贵。
Respect and celebrate what we have. Australia Day again was a bit different this year.
等一下，他今年怎么跟他每年的布景都一样？Hello Australia, can you just change some background setting that?
Songline of the Opera House sales by the Central Desert artist Yadija David Miller. And then the traditional smoking ceremony at Woogalora, where the national anthem was sung in the Eora language. In Canberra, there was the national flag raising and citizenship ceremony. At midday on Sydney Harbour, there was the Harbour and Aerial program. The salute to Australia featured our newest citizens and a 21-gun salute and fly past by an F-35 fighter jet. There was also the annual Ausday 10K wheelchair race. Madison de Rosario taking out her 6th title in a row. Over in Perth, the Buswood Park families gathered to enjoy Indigenous and multicultural performances and check out some of the vintage homes. Also, of course, hook into the free sausage sizzle at the
这个就是我说的那个国庆活动，就是会有不一样的活动，有些可能在公园会有人摆摊卖东西之类的，会有市集那些的。
On Australia Day, we celebrate how so many people from different cultural and social backgrounds across the world have come together to form this amazing country. Now, it's time for a message from the Prime Minister.
Australia Day is about being thankful for the most important thing that's been given to all of us in this country, to be Australian, and everything that involves. Everything that we've inherited, every hope that we have, the optimism that we share, the history that we contend with and that we celebrate. Happy Australia Day is all about being happy about being an Australian.
Thank you, Prime Minister. Now it's time for a bit of a change of pace now. Along with opera, ballet is often performed at the Opera House, which brings me to our next performers. Out on the water, they might not be as supple or as gentle as true ballerinas, but they most definitely are graceful and smooth. And on the land, we're joined by young dancer Alexander Foon, who is recreating for us an iconic scene from the classic Aussie film Mao's Last Dancer. On the water and the land, it's the yacht, it's the tug and yacht ballet.
好，口误。 他刚刚没有站稳，很过分，但是。等一下好了，我们等这个表演结束好了。人家跳得好好的。阿舅，没关系啦，3、4月对不对？还有2个月啊，慢慢来，这个又不急。然后再赶快趁这时候多用一点 FBI 梗，然后到时候3、4月就不用了。呵呵。这真的要现场看才会有那个震撼感，因为这个它镜头一直切来切去有点烦。
Wow, the Tug and Yacht Ballet, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that phenomenal? It's always a highlight of the festivities here on Sydney Harbour. A magnificent performance there also by Alexander Foon from MacDonald College. Now, if you've done any regional driving, it would be remiss if you missed the amazing artwork painted on grain silos and water towers right across the country. And like every great masterpiece, there is always a story that goes along with it.
拖欠鬼才？什么？哪有拖欠？然后我就只是一直没有灵感，对不对？这个是我去年澳洲国庆日的头贴。有没有看到这边就有澳洲国旗？这个才会大概就是这个概念。我们不要在脸上画爱心嘛，我们在脸上画澳洲国旗。现在是澳洲国庆日。MacDonald College, I'm not quite sure, but let me see.
Wow, the Tug and Yacht Ballet, ladies and gentlemen, isn't that phenomenal? It's always a highlight of the festivities here on Sydney Harbour. A magnificent performance there also by Alexander Foon from MacDonald College. Now, if you've done any regional driving, it would be remiss if you missed the amazing artwork painted on grain silos and water towers right across the country. And like every great masterpiece, there is always a story that goes along with it.
Woomlang, like any small town across rural and remote Australia, has a declining population, an ageing population, and those things have a huge impact on the town's livelihood, the town's mental health, and the town's economic capabilities. And I suppose as a town and a community, we had to take those matters into our own hands. Hi, I'm Joe, and I'm part of the Woomlang community that created its own mini silo art trail. Our town really wanted to celebrate who we are and what we have to offer, and so what better way than bringing artwork into a town and recognising those animals that are endangered from our Mallee region, and remind people that Woomlang is a beautiful place to live and make people excited to be here. The original idea behind this project was to generate tourism and give us an economic boost. The flow-on effects of this project have been far greater. Community members now have a reason to come out and have a conversation about something they once probably never did before. That's the beauty of art. This project shines a light on endangered species of the Mallee, and that's awesome. I also hope that it shines a light on the fact that small country towns are endangered too. So come out here, have a coffee with us, because we're awesome. When I was a kid, Australia Day consisted of a barbecue in the morning and celebrating the
不一定
community
啊
that we call
，McDonald 有时候
home.
因为
and
应该
acknowledging a few
还有
people
其他
that have
也
put in
是
the hard
有人
yards
姓
across that
McDonald 吧，
year.
我记得。
These days, Australia Day looks a little bit different. We still come together, but it's nice for us to reflect on the hardships and challenges we've overcome and celebrate, like everywhere else in Australia, the community that we call home.
From the crippling drought to raging bushfires and the far-reaching floods our regional communities have battled through it all, only to now feel the ongoing strain of the pandemic. So celebrating Australia Day is a timely reminder of another great quality about our great people, which is that we all come together and support one another, especially when times are tough.
Which is why we should all throw our support behind our
我应该也要
mates
准
in
备
the
断舍
country.
离
And to tell us how we can do that in a practical sense
不然真的
is
要
Grace Brennan from Buy From the Bush. Hi, Grace.
Hi.
Grace, life on the land is not all plain sailing. You're based in country New South Wales near Warren. How are things going there for everyone at the moment?
I think, like most people, it's a bit of a mixed bag at the moment. Where I am, it's just rain, it's beautifully green, the country looks amazing, and farmers have had a cracking season, so they're feeling pretty optimistic. But elsewhere, there's been too much rain at a bad time. And of course, in retail and hospitality and tourism, they've navigated some pretty difficult circumstances. But I think above all, one thing that the bush is used to is living with uncertainty, so we're pretty lucky to live where we live.
Well, it's an incredible project you started by From the Bush. It hit the right nerve at the right time in the middle of our worst drought and gave everyone in the city a chance to help rural communities.
Yeah, that's right. I think it united city and country at a time when the bush really needed some serious support. And just over 2 years on, we've generated millions of dollars for small business in the bush. And I hear daily from business owners whose lives have been changed from Buy From the Bush, and in turn they're changing their local community. So they might be growing their business, employing people, and really breathing new life into their small town. So it's having a lasting change, and it's all through the support of loyal customers who might buy a pair of earrings or a hat. And you know, when they do, lovely ripple effects filter through rural Australia. It's wonderful.
Recovery is vital, and this pandemic, of course, is holding so much back. Hopefully, it'll be over soon.
Yes, fingers crossed. And when it is over, the bush will be here with open arms, ready and waiting. And please, you know, have a look at Stay in the Bush. Come out here, get off the beaten track, stay a while, and invest in the future of rural Australia. You really will not regret it.
Thank you so much, Grace. Ladies and gentlemen, Grace Brennan.
Thank you.
没有啊，其实我只是无聊在看着而已。随时可以关台啊。因为这个大概2个多小时。大概还要再看，如果要看完还要再1个小时。其实会有点太晚。因为这个是2022年的，所以其实没有一定要看完它。好了，那我们准备关台吧，既然有人累了。好了，那感谢各位今天我再关一下。感谢各位今天的跟台，祝愿各位今晚有个好梦。我们接下来，应该，几号来着？我看一下周表，自己排完自己忘记了。你看我这个月排多少？我这个礼拜排多少？啊，接下来31号下午2点半，我们会有惯例的午后歌会。然后2月1号的晚上就是月初杂谈，应该会提前。我的班表还没有下来，但是我前天有偷偷看了一下班表，就是没有定案的班表，就是一个预排的班表。因为我下个月转 PT， 所以我其实多出了很多时间。然后2月1号的月初杂谈有可能提前到晚上8点，就是我们会提前到8点开。那 等班表定案，我会再有确定要改的话，我会再公告。想说先讲一下。好了，那大家早点休息吧。小子晚安，麦克晚安，医生晚安，阿露露晚安，金海旭晚安。今天有点多灾多难，没有弄得很好。唉，前面被 OBS gank， 后面又被停电 gank。好了，那大家早点休息吧。我们明天晚上8点半00的初配信，有兴趣的都可以看。我应该到时候会再转一下。哎，突如其来的工伤。好了，大家早点休息，我们就礼拜3晚上下午见了。礼拜4吧？礼拜3。哦，礼拜3对，礼拜3。好了，我们礼拜3下午见了，拜拜。晚安，晚安。